Hey, everybody. Welcome back to some more stone technology. It's me, Nick, and I'm joined, of course, and always by Isaac. Hello, sir.
Hey, how is it going, Nick?
It's going very well, thank you, Isaac. And my first observation is that stone technology is advancing, Isaac. Previously, we had stone and cobblestone, but now look at all of this. Isaac, it looks beautiful.
Right, we've got marble, we've got the deep state, we've got purple concrete, man. We've got all kinds of shenanigans going on now, man.
Goodness me, it's gorgeous. Isaac, it's absolutely gorgeous.
It's fantastic, right?
I love it. It's just so it's elevated, Isaac.
It is. Like physically, we've moved the ground up by one.
Yes, by one. It's actually elevated by one.
But yeah, I've made a few small changes since the end of the last stream. I've added these little blank accents, Nick, around the doors like this. Big lovely changes right here.
Oh, yes. Makes a difference, Isaac.
I've filled in almost all of the marble around this way. We still do have some, rather large cutouts because some things are not quite perfect. But for the most part, this is all filled in, Nick. I've also moved the Nether Portal. You'll notice it's now up here.
Okay, yeah,
as opposed to being like half embedded into the floor of one of our
quadrants. Yeah,
nice. Yeah.
Oh, look, it's a square Nether Portal. I always forget that these don't have to be the standard size anymore.
Yeah, you can make them anything like bigger than the standard size, I think now is good to go.
Nice. That's nice.
And also, Nick, I went through to the Nether and then came back. Obviously, coming back put me on the wrong Nether Portal, but then I broke that Nether Portal, and so now if you go through, you do actually come back here.
Oh, nice.
Nick, I know, it's fantastic, right?
Nice. That's very good, actually.
Yeah.
Very nice. I'd love to be welcomed home into my lovely base rather than a small, stony, cavernous cavern filled with cows, I'd assume, as well.
Yeah, quite possibly. And then finally, Nick, here, this quadrant was originally home to our create ore processing and production setup, right? Our resource production. You'll notice, Nick, there are now two elevators. There's one here, and there's also one round on the opposite side over here. If you quickly shift on one of those, Nick, you'll see I've got a new little dungeon area. I know, right?
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, it's a little dingy, a little dark, especially on the roof. Yeah.
Same theme as upstairs. You've got the two symmetrical thingies here, Isaac. The flywheels, and all of that stuff. Yeah, that's good. Did we have two before?
We did. Before we had one for create and one for power, right? We were using the alternators. Yeah. But everything here is the same. Like, we have our lava production behind us. This is the same as it was before. We got obsidian being made here. We got power being made in the middle. Over here is the little endstone / ender pearl sifting system thing. And then over here we've got the 3 sets of wheels. We've got our 2 flywheels. Everything is exactly as it was before. The only trouble now is that nothing is connected to the refined storage system, right? Because before we were using importers from the simple storage network mod. So right now, this chest here, and then all the way over in the corner, this chest here, are just full. Like, they need space to import into the system.
Yeah, luckily, I can't imagine this becoming too much of an issue today because we just have so much stuff. Generally,
yes. We should be able to make some importers, hopefully, fairly easily, and then start importing everything. And speaking of which, I think over in the Nether we've got almost a diamond chest full of Nether quartz still, thanks to the builder just chugging away between streams. So I think, Nick, now there are a few things we need to do. We also, by the way, I did fix whilst I haven't decorated the pyramid arch in the roof, I have fixed the pyramid arch in the roof.
I noticed.
So it's now, outside of the fact that some of it's made of cobblestone, the shape is correct.
And
right?
You know what? I really like it, actually. Now that the error is fixed on that other corner, right. I can imagine that when this is white or dark or whatever color we choose to make it, it will look good, especially when the pillar goes all the way to the top, which I think we should do.
I'm still on the fence a little bit about
trust me, it's going to look good, Isaac. It's going to look good. What do they call it? Notre Dame? Did they want it to look like the Notre Dame?
Oh, maybe.
Or was it something else? Was it St. Paul's Cathedral? I forgot, Isaac. I forgot. But it'll look good.
Yeah, okay, maybe. So I think, Nick, now there are a few things to work on. We need to, we still need to make new storage drawers if we're going to move these drawers over, right? If we're going to custom color the storage drawers for the center pillar. And if we're going to start moving towards mechanism, we need to start working our way through the different machine frames from industrial foregoing. You know, we start with the simple. We've already made Pit A. We need to upgrade to simple, then to advanced, and then to supreme. Much like all of the other upgrades, though, we only really need to do it once, I think, because once we have one supreme machine frame, we can make one steel casing, and then making future steel casings is a lot easier, right?
Okay.
It's only the first one that requires that supreme machine frame.
Right. Okay, I see. Let's have a look here. Steel case. Okay. Right. Yes.
Now, I'm thinking, Nick. I'm pondering ideas here.
You scratching your beard, Isaac? Sorry, let me just have a look.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
No, I am.
Oh, he is now. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm pondering. Now, late game in this pack, Nick, is expensive, right? If you go to the creative stuff quest line and you take a gander here, the creative essence, we need quite a bit of it, right? I think. So, like, if you look at the creative controller recipe requires creative essence, right?
Okay, yeah.
You see this?
Yeah.
The creative essence requires 6 blocks of ultimate ingots.
Right. Yes. The ultimate ingot, Isaac. It's not even. It's
exactly.
It's the ultimate ingot.
Yes. So
bloody hell, extended crafting. You've got some kind of balls there. They're putting the on there. Oh my goodness, I don't know how I feel about that. But yes, I see this recipe, Isaac. It requires lots of ingots.
Yeah, that's 54 ultimate ingots, right? And if you look at that's just for the one creative essence, and that's just for the creative controller. So 54 ultimate ingots requires 54 of all of these ingots. Iron, gold, netherite, zinc, brass, refined obsidian, all of that. And then we need all of that, however many times for all of the extra stuff, right?
Crap.
Like each ultimate singularity also requires a creative essence. I don't know if you need that many ultimate singularities for stuff, but it looks like maybe we do need it for some things. Basically, Nick, what I'm getting at is we might need a lot of storage for like vast quantities of items, right? And I love me some storage drawers, man, but I'm starting to doubt the capabilities of this beloved mod.
Oh, is it not enough, Isaac?
I think it might not be enough. I'm wondering, Nick, if we go like straight in with some black hole units.
Wow, he wants to get straight in the black hole unit.
I want to dive straight in. They can be pricey, right? But like they go up to holding 2 billion items, right, with the supreme black hole units, and then eventually we can of course upgrade to the black hole controller to be able to store multiple black hole units.
Yeah. Okay.
For ultra compact, ultra massive storage.
Black wholeness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like the supermassive black holes that Muse sing about.
Yes. This. Okay. Yeah, we can do that, Isaac.
Yeah.
We can do that. And we do have the crafter now as well, actually. So if we wanted to start automating crafts to create, things like iron gears and pity machine frames and even the black hole unit itself.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot that we did have that. We do need to get a pattern grid in order to start making patterns for this, right?
Oh yes, we do. Yeah. Okay. Let me pattern that
and whatnot. But also, Nick, kind of coalescing on that point. If we're going to get into black hole units, and if we're also going to get into people saying compacting dwellers are better, I just don't think they are, Chet. If we're going to get into black hole units, and if we're going to get into mechanism, which of course requires those machine casings, those machine frames, we are going to have to go through the same route, right? Because the black hole units require the machine frames, right?
Yeah.
So and ideally, we might even look at automating those as well. But first step is to get plastic production underway. Then we need to get our dissolution chamber, Nick. Then we need to look at potentially going further into getting things like pink slime and ether gas. And then once we have that kind of stuff set up, then we can start looking at making those machine frames, right? Okay,
cool. Yeah, I'm just I'm just turning whatever tiny dry rubber we have into plastic, which should tide us over for at the moment. So where is is our plastic production system down anywhere?
No. Okay. It's offline. I have it in my hands, like in my bare hands.
Your bare hands, right.
My hands made of bears.
The plastic is just, melting between your fingers, Isaac. The acacia sap is like dripping from your arms. You're trying to rapidly place it down in order for sapping to occur. But then we'll be back online. It should be good. Are you wondering where to put it?
That's exactly what I'm wondering, Nick. Yeah. Do we put it downstairs or do we put it up here somewhere?
Well, the thing is, what are we using up here for? Because if we're not using up here for much at the moment, then probably be good to use, like, say, this quadrant right here for that.
Yeah, like we can just start putting down these fluid extractors and just start whacking down all the stuff,
acacia.
Right?
Yeah,
okay. Exactly.
Yeah,
maybe get a few hopping botany pots and then maybe some constructors down for that as well. We no longer need these constructors. I mean, we might need these constructors for
future endeavors,
deep slate, but we can always just teach our system, man. Right? How's the pattern grid coming?
I'm just creating the processors. Where's our little boy?
I'll go get some nether quartz.
Oh, thank you.
I've got a question. I've got a question for you, man.
Yeah. Go shoot, Isaac.
You've been on public transport, right?
Yes.
In the past.
One could argue I've been on public transport.
Isaac. One could argue.
Yes.
Follow-up question: have you ever given? And this is a question that's going to expose, Nick, your moral fiber, as it were. Yeah.
Not the moral fiber.
Exactly, Nick. Not just any old fiber. Not the kind that you get in your cereal, Nick. This is the moral fiber that you only get from the finest of Weetabix.
Not the kind that my clothes are made of either.
No, not even that either.
The moral kind. Oh God, I'm scared now.
Have you ever given up your seat for somebody else?
Oh, I actually did that the other day. So I was on a tram in Prague, Isaac.
Yes.
And it was fairly busy. So I got on and there was a spare seat going. So I sat in the seat, but then immediately this old lady and her husband walked on. So, and because it was more of a priority seat, to be fair, I was like, I don't desperately need this seat. So I stood up and kind of signaled to them that they could use it. And they were like, oh, thank you. And then that was it, Isaac. Yeah. So, yes.
So, follow-up question, Nick. How would you feel if you got onto public transport, bus, tram, etc., and somebody younger than you offered you the seat? Like, if you got onto a bus,
old fart,
and just somebody who was maybe 16 stood up for you, how would you feel?
If a 16-year-old stood up and let me have their seat, Isaac, I'd be very impressed. I'd be like, wow, maybe society isn't
fine.
going that much down the toilet, right? Yeah. I would restore a little bit of faith, but also I would be like, yo, come on now.
I was gonna say, wouldn't you feel a little?
Hold on a second. Yeah. Wait.
Hold up.
Please. Yeah.
Stop.
Please. Wait. Hold up a second.
Yeah.
I would. If they let us, I'd be like, are you sure?
Yeah.
And then I'd be thinking about it, Isaac. I'd be like, God, did I just look decrepit? Did I look like I needed to sit down?
Yeah, it would just shatter your confidence for the coming years,
decades, millennium potentially. Isaac, yeah, I think it would. Why has this happened to you?
It hasn't happened to me,
okay.
no, thankfully.
I was wondering if the reason you'd asked is because they'd seen you and been like, God, who's this old man? He's got his little walking stick with him. He's slapping it down and then shifting his whole body forward under the weight of it. And they're like, God, he probably needs some help. And then giving it up for you. Okay, this hasn't happened to you,
thankfully. Not yet, not as of yet. Maybe one day.
Probably one day.
Yeah, almost
hopefully, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah,
I did. Go on.
Go on. No, you go.
I was gonna say I did have an experience in B&Q the other day, which for those who don't know is a UK-based DIY store. I think is Home Depot the US equivalent. Is that the idea there?
So yeah, I think so.
I was in the other day and I was purchasing something that required an age gate. It might have been paint stripper or something. I can't remember what I was purchasing, right? But it was something that needed it might have been the Stanley blades, those little blades that people use for decorating.
Yeah.
Something like that, right? And I'd gone to the self-checkout and the dude at the self-checkout was younger than I was. He might have been 18, maybe 20.
Sure.
Right? Young fella, young bloke.
Young whippersnapper.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
You know how it is.
I do.
So I was, I wandered up, I beeped my stuff through, and then, he wanders over, and it's a little weird at B&Q, unlike other stores, they're there's a row of self-scanners, and then person who does it is like behind. There's like a counter that they're behind. It's odd.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah,
it's not like whereas at supermarkets, no one just wander around and they come up to the front with you. But anyway, so he stood like behind this thing, and then he tilts the screen, the self-checkout screen spins right to face him, and then he clicks on the thing and he goes, "So, are we over 18 then?" And he looks at me, right? He looks at me, and then but he kind of looks at me for an extended period of time, right? Like longer than I would expect, right? Normally they'd look at you and they'd just go, okay, and they'd beep it if they were fine with it, right? Yeah. But he kind of looked at me, he says, "Are we over 18 then?" And looked at me. And after a second, I was like, does he want like ID, or is he asking like a serious question? And so I just said, "Maybe," and shrugged. And he looks back at me and he says, "Good enough for me," and beeps me through. And that was the end of that. And I was done. I was out.
We found out that Isaac is actually 12.
You just need the confidence, man, it turns out. You do. That's all you need. I do
find this, you do need the confidence. Like, I was going into a bar a few weeks ago, and I was with a couple of my friends, female friends, and I was leading the pack, right, as we were going in.
The pack. And you were prowling ahead of everybody else, right?
I was on all fours, Isaac. Going, and that's why the bouncer saw me and was like, "God, I'll let this guy in.
Gotta let this alpha pass through."
This absolute alpha in front of me. And he was just, I was, my arms were swinging, Isaac. I was in a great mood, and he just didn't bat an eye. Yeah. But then the girls were like right behind me, and he just put his arm out and was like, "No, ID, please." Yeah. And it's quite funny because both of them are older than me. Yeah. Not by much, but still, and I found that hilarious. But I was like, God, maybe I just look old.
I was going to say, is that the confidence, or is that the equivalent of somebody giving up their seat on the train for you?
Yeah,
right?
See, that's the thing. I said to them, I was like, look, take it as a compliment, lads. Yeah. You're not being ID'd. Sorry, you were ID'd, so you could have been under 18. Take that one as a positive.
Yeah, I'm going to assume maybe this is sexist of me, Nick, but I'm going to assume that that the women that you were with were wearing makeup to make themselves look younger, whereas I assume that you were not.
Yeah, that I can confirm that that's probably true. They were wearing makeup. Yes.
And maybe that's not maybe the general effect might be to look younger, but more youthful.
Maybe they looked younger as a result of wearing makeup. Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, I get you.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, that's probably it.
That's what you're missing out on, man. If you had some makeup on, like, you'd be ID'd every time.
I'm gonna have to get some foundation, some concealer,
a little bit of eyeliner, maybe eyeshadow. Yeah. Don't forget that one.
I'll get wings as well for my eyelashes.
Yeah, of course.
Lipstick,
extensions for your hair. Don't forget that one.
Of course. Yeah. I need it to be longer, Isaac.
You do, yeah.
I want a full mullet.
Yeah, of course.
I wonder if anyone...
Don't forget some bangs as well, maybe in the front.
Yeah. Bangs are coming back, Isaac. Just like
Are they, though? But I think the mullet's coming back, right? Like, unironically. I think so. Like, and I'm losing my mind, but I think it might be.
Oh, my goodness me. That's interesting, Isaac, to say the least. Right? Yeah, that's... not sure how I feel about that one, to be honest.
But no, I had no problems getting through the security at B&Q. Like,
that's good. The bouncer let you through.
He did.
I'm just trying to think if I was ID'd for something recently. A few of my friends got ID'd for like energy drinks and medicines, and they didn't have their IDs with them because they just waltzed out to the store, and they were just denied them. And I was like, wow. And my friends look older than me as well. Yeah. I was like, that's incredible.
I think that depends, right? Because I think like sometimes, I want to state this ahead of time because people are going to twist my words here, right? I'm not one of these people who gets angry at like service workers, right? I'm pro service worker.
Yeah.
And I try and be as friendly and as courteous as possible whenever I'm out. But like, sometimes I feel like they just want to make your life more difficult, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like if you're clear, like if somebody asks me, like I had this before when I was again the self checkout, maybe like earlier this year, and like this older woman wanders over, and in order to buy energy drinks in the UK, you need to be over 16.
Correct.
She wanders over. I'm 25 for those watching at home. I know I look much younger, but I'm 25, and she wanders over and she's like, "Have you got ID?" And I'm like, seriously?
Yeah, you're like, what?
I'm like, really?
Did you not?
I did. No, I did.
Okay.
But like, come on now. Do I need to get my ID out for this? Really?
Yeah. And then they'll bring out the excuse, Isaac. The classic excuse is, oh, it's challenge 25. We can ask you if you look under 25. So
but, like, I don't know if that's the case for energy drinks. Like, it makes sense for alcohol.
That's what they've said to my friends who were trying to buy energy drinks and pills. They were like, challenge 25, mate. Because they were, first of all, they were like, what? Like, what? They were like, what? Do I look under 16? They were like, nah, mate, challenge 25. But then maybe they were just saying it, Isaac. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah.
I made a mistake here, Nick.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Are you,
I've used all of our pity machine frames to make more fluid extractors when I really should have used one to make a dissolution chamber, because now I have to use the more expensive recipe to make another fluid pity machine frame.
Oh, I see. He's done himself dirty.
I have. I think it's fine. I think we have all this stuff, but it's still
okay.
It's a whoopsie.
Right,
I had more facial hair than I have now, Chet. I was not beardless at the time of this interaction.
And when you were there and you said, what? Really?
That's not what I said. I diligently obliged and handed over my
you said
my
yes,
ID.
master. Anything for you, master. for this idea. Here I am. Oh, dear.
But yeah, I don't know. Like sometimes you just get I get a feeling, you know, and no solid proof. But I get a bit of a feeling that, you know, they're just being a little bit.
You can always tell, can't you, Isaac? Yeah.
A little bit. You know,
just a little bit difficult.
Exactly,
Isaac,
difficult. Difficult's a good word to use there.
That's the.
I had a worse word in my head, but I didn't want to say it.
I've saved the day here,
Thank
people.
You.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. ID, the ID system here is quite weird. But the thing is that I think it's like the penalization for them not doing it is quite severe.
Yeah,
so that's
maybe.
why they do it, especially in pubs or anywhere that serves alcohol. Like I know that one.
That's the thing, though. I've never been ID'd there.
Never been ID'd at the pub.
I've never been ID'd to buy alcohol whilst like out. The only place I've been ID'd to buy alcohol is at the supermarket. Everywhere else, I've not had that issue.
Yeah, I used to get IDs at the pub quite a lot, but then again, I am in Birmingham, and there are a lot of 17-year-olds who try to go to the pub, so that's probably also partially why.
Yeah.
But
no one questions it at all. Whenever I go,
they see him and they're like,
this guy.
He's had a drink in his past. Have you ever tried? See, this is the thing. And I wonder if it'll work actually. If you're ID'd for an energy drink or anything you need to be over 16 for, and I tried this a very long time ago when I was 17, I think. I pulled out my car keys and I was like, look, I've got car keys. Like I drive a car. Like that means I must be 17.
I don't think it's gonna work though. Like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure they were very skeptical, but then eventually they let me because it was for something quite like lax.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like 2016.
I don't know. I know of people who have been ID'd and then they've like pulled out like their university ID and they've been like, no, we need something with your date of birth on it. And it's like, how would I be enrolled at this university if I was under 18?
Such an age, yeah.
Makes
I think
no
my
sense.
uni ID did have my date of birth on,
right.
but I don't think I ever used it as a
form of ID.
As a form of ID, yeah. So interesting.
There you go, man. But no, that's the thing as well. I think just some people sometimes they just want to be tricky, want to be difficult. Do you know what I mean? When you can prove it, but like they and again, I've not had this the university ID thing, but like sometimes I don't know, it just seems like it. Maybe.
They want to check your age, Isaac, so that they can ask for your phone number afterwards if they've determined that it's appropriate. That's the
maybe. Like, no, I really need something with your age on it, you know, to make sure you're within within my range.
Make sure he's either not 13 or 30. Man.
I've yet to be asked out by a member of staff at the supermarket.
Same.
But if you're watching this,
shockingly,
I mean, you know, hit me up.
Yeah, number's available. Here's my number. Oh man, I'm teaching basic crafts to our system.
I was gonna ask if you had the stuff.
Machine casing in here.
I would start by teaching it how to make like the refined storage bits. So all the processes.
And
Maybe stick a crafter on the Redstone Furnace, teach you how to smelt like nether quartz into silicon, all that kind of jazz, right?
Yeah. I did have another crafter actually, and I've got it here, but I will
teach you how to make crafters, you know, etc., etc.
Yeah, here we go. Right, let's do that. Let's get the show on the roads.
Yeah, I'm working on a high-tier plastic production system over here.
Oh, nice. If you claim rewards as well, you'll get a crafter. So that I can use that.
I got so much stuff. I got 4 patterns, which I'll put in. I got an upgrade, a crafter, 4 plastic, some solarium, other stuff, an encyclopedia of tinkering, of course.
Of course.
But yeah, no. So yeah, that was my story. I didn't get ID'd at B&Q.
There you go. I've not been to B&Q in like so long. I've been to home base a few times.
I've been so many times in this past like month.
It's because you're doing housework, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah, that's why. See, because I'm in rented accommodation. Well, I've been in rented accommodation primarily for like the last 8 years, coming up to 6 years. So like, if this housework needs to be done, you best believe that I'm sending an email that I'll never get a reply to, Isaac.
Of course, yep. No,
so that's me.
I bought a lawnmower for the first time.
Did you?
Earlier this, a few weeks ago, yeah.
No wonder people are moving to let you sit in seats on public transport, Isaac.
Yeah, I know, right? I've passed
next week.
home.
He's going to start going on about how his latest gardening tips.
I legitimately need to buy a pressure washer for the garden.
I'll let you have that one. I use the pressure washer quite frequently myself to wash my car.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, okay, so you're buying a lawnmower. How was that experience, Isaac? Was it riveting?
It was incredible, yeah. No, it was pretty basic, you know? It's one of those things where, like, as with many products, I tend to want to go for a higher tier model, right? I'm always like, oh, but what if I need this, right?
I'm the exact same.
The garden that I have, like, it was just for the front garden area, and the front garden area is, like, it's a tiny little patch of grass, right? It's not massive. And, like, so I'm looking at these lawnmowers, and they run the gauntlet from, like, you know, the tiniest little dinky things you've ever seen to these, like, monsters that are petrol powered, and you sit on them, and they've got like a 64-liter D3 engine or something, right? Like, it's insane.
You get the robot ones as well, man, right? Like you get the ones that like they had
like a 2,000-pound robot vacuum, like it's like that you sit on the. You just, I don't know what the deal is there. You put it in your garden and it acts like a robot vacuum, but it cuts your grass every day or regularly.
Yes, I think that's it. Yeah.
But no, I just went for like a fairly low end model. It got the job done.
That's good. So is it a little plug-in one, Isaac?
Yeah, it is. Like, you just plug it into the wall. You don't have to. No petrol.
No
required.
Petrol required. Yeah, that's good.
Unfortunately,
otherwise you'd be spending £1.95 per litre on bloody petrol for your lawnmower as well. Pain, everybody, pain. Yeah, no, that's interesting. See, here's the thing, actually. So I've never purchased a pressure washer, or jet wash, but my parents they purchased 2. Like one of them broke, which is why they purchased the second one. The original one they had, that I think they paid a little bit more for, and it was, I never realized, but I was like, yeah, this is a jet wash. It's good, like it does the job. And then when it broke, I probably was like home base with B&Q with my dad, and he was like, oh, like, you know, let's just buy the cheapest one. Like, I'm sure they're all the same. So we bought like it wasn't a cheap one, but it was a lower end model from like a high end brand.
Sure,
right?
yeah, I understand.
And genuinely, as soon as it came home, I noticed just how inferior it was compared to the old one. Like, whenever I wash my car these days, like I always think like this is missing stuff that the previous one would have been able to, like, there's certain things that it can't get off my car that the previous one would have been able to. So I'm like, there you go. I've actually noticed a difference, Isaac. I wonder if it's the same with lawnmowers. Do the higher end ones shave that grass to perfection? Do they give it a perfect fresh trim? Who knows? Maybe.
I just needed to be able to cut the grass short enough so that I wasn't a social outcast amongst the neighboring lawns that were all nice and manicured.
Is that why you got it, Isaac? Were you feeling a little bit embarrassed?
Oh yeah, I was. The grass like was up past my ankle, my knees. Like it was like, do you know when the grass gets so tall that it starts like buckling under its own weight, like it starts leaning over?
It's getting
and
real
it's like,
bad.
yeah. So I had to succumb. No, none of the neighbors mentioned anything, but I was like,
No,
when you pull up,
thinking it, Isaac.
you pull up and it's like everyone's got these nice, you know, trimmed gardens, and I've got this.
They've got the lines as well, the fresh trim lines.
Oh
you
yeah,
see those? Yeah. You know the ones, and you're like.
Adult peer pressure, the length of your grass. It is. I swear.
It is.
Yeah.
God, we wouldn't have talked about this in 2016, would we?
No,
man, being an adult.
Too old, man.
Yeah, God.
Too old.
It's the coving next for me, Isaac. It's the coving next. Oh, dear.
At least the wrong way around.
What am I doing here? Okay, so processors have been fully taught, I believe. I just need to stick an exporter on the Redstone Furnace, because you need one of those, don't you?
Also, Nick, what I want to do, I want to take a quick detour for what I'm working on. Feral flare lanterns.
Yeah, I did actually think that when we started.
They're so easy to make. We've got, how much glowstone now? 384. It's 2 gold, 2 glass, and 1 glowstone per lantern. So I'm going to start putting lanterns down just everywhere.
Yeah, do that, man. Yeah, so we won't run into...
You can even just hide these. Like, you can hide them, like, under blocks, because basically, for those who don't know, the feral flare lantern, you place it down, and it places invisible lights all around it, so it'll light up an area without the need for a trillion torches. So if I just like put one down, if I find the center here, which is like around here somewhere, and we just put this feral flare lantern like here, and then top that back up, it should start putting down lights, and should mean that we can get rid of these torches here. And I'll probably do the same, like up in the roof, and maybe put some in the walls as well, just to get a nice even coverage, you know.
No, I understand, Isaac. Here we go. So I've taught the system an exporter, and there's no raw materials. There's only raw materials in the system. So if this is set up correctly, I should be able to type in export, click craft, and then click start. Oh, it's missing cable. I need to teach it cable.
I think we need importers more than exporters at ATM.
Oh, I did. I actually meant importers. That's,
good. I was going to say.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, there we go. Okay, I'll teach it both. Where's cable? I need cable.
It does need to know both, yeah.
Boom. All right, cable. I love that we get loads of extra patterns as quest rewards as well, even though they are easy to make.
Also, if you could make those range add-ons for the wireless
yeah. I've made
grid.
One so far.
Nice.
We have another... we have enough ender pearls to make a second one.
All right. We are a little low on ender pearls, right?
Yeah.
Bottlenecked.
It's like the throttlenecked, but
like
the reverse version.
All we need to do is start exporting that glowstone again. So that's where our glowstone was going. It was going to endstone production, because endstone sifting gets us ender pearls. So if we need more ender pearls, we have to exchange our glowstone for those ender pearls.
I see. Okay.
Is the long and short of it there.
Got it. Was there... So let's say I want to make an importer, and I've not taught the system how to make it yet, because we don't have craft space for it. So I'm going to make another crafter in a second. Yeah. Was there a way
don't forget, you can upgrade crafters.
Oh, it's control click. Oh, you can. Okay, I'll do that. The question I was about to ask you has been answered by hovering over the plus button. Control click to request auto crafting. Boom.
It's 4 iron on 1 chest to upgrade your current crafter, and it adds it triples the number of slots.
Crafting upgrades.
Just crafter.
Just crafter.
So you want the iron crafter, gold crafter, diamond crafter, netherite crafter, right? The iron crafters, they just get bigger and faster. Yeah, right. The bigger ones can hold more stuff. Oh, look at this. So now it's nice and bright down here, Nick, and there's no torches.
Oh, beautiful.
Around. I'm going to put one in the roof as well, actually. But I can probably do that up here.
Excellent. Right, let me upgrade this crafter then. Let's do that. Let's get rid of this.
Oh, yeah.
Oops.
You'll love to see it.
Let me come round. In fact, no, let me do this. Crafter. I'm missing...
Oh, no, some stone out?
I know what's happened. Here we go. Let me just do that. There we go. Sorry, I removed the crafter and it disconnected everything. So here we go.
See. Also, I do need constructors taught, if that's
constructors. Yes,
doable. If we're gonna automate, you'll see I've made many fluid extractors over here.
Oh, have you now? Right.
Yeah.
For the plastic producky.
Exactly. I feel like we're really quite a bit of plastic going forward.
I understand.
There's no way we're out.
No, don't worry. I was just replacing the crafter. Have a look at whatever you were looking at again.
I'm having some issues with... Oh, there we go. It's working. It worked for a second. No, sorry, go on. You've upgraded the crafter, is it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So you want
constructors.
Constructor. Yeah, I think that should be. That's all pretty well taught.
Yeah, we got a line of, and I also need an external storage as well to access the acacia here. But you'll see we've got a line of fluid extractors. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 fluid extractors, all powered.
Nice.
Producing latex.
Excellent. Here we go. So let me quickly whip up an importer and do that, and
get rid of
this, and then do. Hopefully, this will be the last time I have to do anything manually.
Ever again. The last manual craft ever done.
ever again.
Oh, that's not what I'll do.
Okay, so now I can stick an importer on the Redstone Furnace, and we should have basic
smelting
capabilities ready to go. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, okay, right.
So you upgraded the main crafter. Nice. I see.
It's still. I try and place things. I click on the floor, right? I right click this on the floor, and it's places like that. Oh, you've got a thing. That's good.
Yeah. Here we go. Boom. Perfect.
Okay.
Nice.
Right. Awesome.
We're not dyeing this pattern grid red.
The other one. Oh, this one. Oh, yeah, actually. Yeah, we want a red side, don't we? We should do
You've already dyed, oh, that's not right. Yeah, it's like, you've already dyed one of them red, Nick. You got a, continuity. Am I right?
Sorry, my bad. What's the...
Oh, look at this, nice.
Ooh, if you come back here, Isaac, is there a way to facade the marble here at the bottom so that we can put... we can put power through it or something like that without
the system real quick doesn't know how to make quartz enriched iron or raw basic processes. I'm just going to teach you that real quick.
Okay, cool.
1 second, Nicholas. Let me teach quartz enriched iron. Oh, we're out of patterns.
Oh,
you didn't teach the system how to make patterns?
No,
that should have been the first thing. You got to teach the system how to make patterns,
Isaac.
Nick.
No, I didn't pattern that one.
Pattern recognition. It's step number 1.
So it doesn't know, Isaac. It doesn't know.
Okay, let me teach the system how to make patterns real quick. There we go. And then the processors as well. It needs to know how to make this guy, the raw basic processor, just as soon as I request yet more patterns. So can I request 32 patterns? It's missing glass. Doesn't know how to make glass?
Oh, bloody hell. Come back here, Isaac. Come back here. This is where the bottleneck is.
Okay.
So crafter on top, power behind.
The crafter's got a point down, by the way, here.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay. Importer. Is there a way to facade this bottom without it disconnecting and stuff? It's going to be a bit of a pain in the ass, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I don't think there is.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Okay, so I'm just going to have to move perhaps one of these other machines.
Ooh. I know in the last mod pack we played, Ocean Block, there was a block. I don't know if you remember back in Ultimate Alchemy. We played. There was a block called the Ender Porcupine, and it allowed us to use. Basically, you put it down, and then you'd assign it to another block, and then you could use that block as if it associated with the other blocks.
Oh, it rings a bell. So we can
entangled
fake this marble dent as being.
Oh, we do have it as well. So yeah, there's an entangled block. So the entangled block, you could put the entangled block down, and then you could pump, and then there's also an entangled binder. You can bind it to the redstone furnace, then you could put power into the binder, and it would give power to the furnace, and then, of course, you could just put the importer on. Chat does also make a good point, though, in that Xnet is also in the pack.
Right.
And it might just, because Xnet, obviously, you just whack a controller on the back, and then you can import, export, and power through the same
through all
cable.
the same stuff.
Yeah.
That's useful. Is that doable?
It looks it, yeah. The Xnet Controller is very easy. The machine frames from RF Tools are made in the induction smelter. So I think all you need to get started is a controller and some network cable, and some connectors.
Okay, let's save these. Controller Xnet, network cables. We want the standard one. Is that blue? Yeah, it probably is.
Any color works, but blue is easy because we've got
loads
lapis.
Of lapis, right?
Yeah, of course.
And then it's the connector. Blue connector. Right, okay. This looks pretty above board, Isaac, I would say.
Yeah, it all seems very doable. Xnet, it's too powerful, man.
Yes, it is. It is good.
It's way too powerful.
I am glad that it's not terribly hard actually at this stage. Here we go. Let's do this. I'm missing one of these. That's fine. I need a couple of redstone torches. Hopefully, at one point, we'll just teach it just everything under the sun.
Yeah, we should have taught everything, everywhere,
under the
all the time.
All of the time, yeah. So that it knows. But here we go. Let me do this.
Okay, things being made. Although I assume that things being smelted are not being imported.
No, yes.
Right, like so the system thinks it knows, but doesn't know.
Exactly.
Right, yeah, right. I mean, for now, if you want to whack like an importer on the bottom.
Yes, here we go. Let me.
Like that's gonna
has to be the. I have to put it on.
You can put it down, just facing down. I can rotate it. I can wrench it, but that also works. Nice
one.
You got a cable?
I do have a cable. Let me connect it up. Oops, there we go. Okay, cool. So if the bottom of that is set to output, we should have basic smelting functionality.
We do indeed have basic smelting functionality, Nick. The constructors that I requested are on their way in.
Lovely.
Things are chugging along quite nicely, and I can go and automate the plastic over here as well.
Excellent. I've got the Xnet controller, so
beautiful.
I also have a I have a spare crafter. Maybe that was a quest reward. Right, blue connector. Here we go. Boom. Okay, I've got a couple of these.
You need a connector on the controller as well, don't forget.
Okay, cool. And then I'll make 3 then, just for other stuff as well.
I don't think they're particularly hard to make, right? You should probably teach the system how to make them.
Very easy. Yeah, let me do that. Like these are like shockingly easy.
Yeah, we can just use that as like one of our primary sources of power output in the future.
Connections, yeah. Is it because the advantage of Xnet is that there's the power transfer limit is just really high as well.
That's also true. Yeah, I completely forget about that. Yeah, no, but it is very high. I think it's like 50,000 hours per tick on the base, and then 500,000 hours per tick on the advanced, which is also not bloody too
cables,
difficult.
Isn't it? Just the base cables that let you do that, and it's like some string and some just easy garbage. String, redstone, a gold nugget, and blue dye. So if I make a couple of patterns here, which you have kindly taught the system how to make. There we go. Just come in, just throw them here. Boom. Teach it how to make blue network cable. Boom. Teach it how to make a blue connector. Chuck them in, and there you go. That bit is sorted as well. Right. Xnet Controller. This I'm just kind of putting everything in this middle bit because you can put it down haphazardly, and it eventually will be like neater.
Yeah. If we have like a center, you could put it. I'd put it on one of the sides with one of the crafting grids. You know, just like somewhere in one of the spots.
Like,
just whack it down. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah.
Cool. Right.
Something like that seems fine.
And then let me patch the back of this like that.
Right.
And then.
Someone said something I hard agree with. Someone in the Twitch chat said, the red color on the terminals makes me feel very bad. It's so ugly.
Oh, I love it. I like the red look,
It doesn't match any of the base.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. Yeah. But it stands out, Isaac.
It does
stand out.
But, you know, unlike what they say in media, Nick, I don't think that like all attention is good attention, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know, any publicity is good publicity, right?
Any publicity is good publicity, Isaac. Any attention's good attention.
I don't know if I concur with that prognosis, Nick.
I concur hard, Isaac. I
hard concur.
I hard concur.
If you hard concur, Nick, then there's a lot of stuff that we can be doing on this YouTube platform to vastly increase our reach.
That is true. Actually, yeah.
Some very dubious things that we can be doing. If that's your mindset.
Oh my goodness. So, adding power to the Xnet system. If you power the controller, can you create a... I don't usually set these things up, Isaac, so...
You don't, yeah, which, is all about to change.
If I create a knobbly end, first of all, to power this bad boy, also known as a flux point.
I love that we default to knobbly end, and just like no one is. People new to the channel are like, what the hell are they on about?
Yeah, now you know.
The heck's a knobbly end?
Now you know the lingo.
Well, these people do, but then the next people who join are like, what the heck is a knobbly end?
So where do I put the knobbly end? How do I connect the knobbly end to the Xnet system to give everything else power? Do I just attach it to the controller?
So, no, you can power the controller that way, I'm pretty sure, but like,
sure.
I think your best bet here, I don't think that you can connect a connector directly to an knobbly end, but if you make an energy cube from Mechanism, which I assume we can make. Energy cube. Like, I assume we can make at least a basic one. Oh, no, we can't.
Oh, we need the casing, Isaac.
Yeah, which we're not. We're working towards.
That's what we're working towards. Any other form of energy storage?
There must be, right?
Energy. Here we go.
You can make flux storage from flux networks.
There's also the redstone flux cell from.
Oh yeah, of course, the energy cell.
Should I make one of those?
You could do. See, the trouble then is that our throttle neck is going to come in the form of how. Look, real quick, just try putting that flux point down, like behind this crafting grid.
Oh right, okay. So here you go. Boom. Oh, it does connect.
I don't think that works though.
Right. This isn't getting power, but if it did have power, would that be?
Let's have a look. Like, I don't think this works. So like that's got power as expected. If I put this here, it doesn't show it in here, right? If it showed up as a block, it would work.
We would, right.
People are saying that Mechanism energy cables might work, so maybe if you just do as janky as it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, that does connect. That's so
nice.
dumb.
So if I then put the plug on top like that.
Yeah. So now in here, look at that, it works, right?
Beautiful.
It's
okay,
so dumb.
that's how we do it.
Again, that does throttle neckers.
Yes.
3,000 RF per tick,
yes.
but for now that's fine.
That's fine, yeah, until we get like a energy storage solution.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so that means if I create it's an item channel, isn't it, Isaac?
Well, you want power channel first, right?
Oh yeah, power channel, right. So I click, so where it says, do I click one, like channel one, xnet.energy, create.
He's got it.
Power.
He's cracked it.
All caps. Enter. Okay. And then I want to click the energy cable and click, I guess, create.
Yeah, sounds good.
And this is, it says I'm assuming I is import or
input,
insert.
Yeah.
So that's what we want, right? We want it to insert into the system.
Well, first you want to extract out of the thing we just put down.
Right. So it is E, right? It's extract. So now it's extracting out of the basic universal cable.
Yep.
Right. And then if I actually click the controller, click create, and then have that be insert. Yeah, it's getting power. Okay. Beautiful. So that's set up correctly. And then I want an items channel 2. And hello, sir. So for items, we want stuff to come out of the Redstone Furnace and go into the applied energistic system, right?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, refined storage system. I do apologize.
You say applied energistics.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay, so what's the interface between Xnet and applied energistics interfaces? Is it like a...
Well, so what you'd want to do, I guess, is just you'd want to have like this handy dandy diamond chest up here. If you have a central storage chest, you can just put an Xnet cable on that and then put an importer on the bottom of that.
Okay.
So basically at that point, anything from any of these machines, right, you can have it go to a centralized location. And then ideally we'd make it an ender chest, but I don't think we have the ender pills for it, right?
Technology for it.
Oh no, I guess maybe we do. But like yeah, so if you make an ender chest real quick.
Let me do that. So this is kind of a similar setup to what we had in a way in Thingamajiggy, right? Ocean Block. Oh, you need blaze rods. Do we have the technology to make blaze rods, or do we have to kill some blaze?
Can you make blaze rods from blaze powder?
We can compact them. But so we need 20 blaze powder. Do we have 20 blaze powder?
I think we got loads.
22.
We got loads.
We got loads. We got enough.
Oh no, we got another 24 in here again though. We need an importer. You taught the system how to make importers, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like our system down here for generating stuff is offline. Like this here is where they're being made.
Right.
We've got another 24 in here that's just not imported yet.
I see. Do we have bashing anywhere down here? Oh, it's here. Right.
It is. You just need to put a basin down, I think.
I do.
You can always move it from the one. There's a basin next to you, right? Next to it with the mixer.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll
just steal that. You can bash it down.
There we go.
Bash it good, bash it hard.
There we go.
That's what I always say.
Right, let me. It's a perfect time for some bashing, Isaac. It's never a bad time for some bashing. And then I just chuck 20 of them in like that. Oh yeah, there we go. That was easy enough. 4 blaze rods. Cool. Right. Ender chest achieved, Isaac. Here we go.
Nice.
So,
yeah, if you just slap that down somewhere as like a central point. At that point, like if we need to, so for example, over in the immersive engineering room, we can automate immersive engineering without having to run cables super far over there, right? Because we can just send things back to a central chest, and then things can be imported through the refined storage system.
Excellent. As just to make this a little bit more complicated, I'll do it where all of this is. So
where everything's already
cramped. So I just need an importer, which I can request.
Yes.
Make me one, boy. Come on.
Boy.
Bid. There we go. And then all I have to do is do this. Right. Bang. There we go. And then do this. Then we should be good to go. Isaac.
Need an importer. Yeah. Nice.
All right. We are connected. We have an importer on this ender chest. So
and you can also, we can now as well get rid of the flux point and the cabling on the thermal expansion machines that are already there.
Yes, and we can just Xnet all of them, right?
Bingo.
Okay, excellent.
Excellent. Yeah, exactly. I like the pun.
Thanks, man. I'm here all week.
Oh, really?
Apart from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Right. Okay.
And Monday as well.
So just today.
Okay, sweet. So that's done. Let me, before I start smashing and breaking pieces, let me go into our Xnet controller and let me channel 2 Xnet dot item. That's probably what we want, right? That sounds correct. Create. And I'm going to call it, I don't know,
something.
items. And then I'm going to hit enter. And then I should be able to just connect all these bad boys up. So if I do, here we go. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this crap then, shall we? Bloody basic universal cable. Bloody flux point. Bloody basic universal cable. Oh, crap. I need to make some more connectors. Okay, no, I have a couple. That'll do for now. So I put a blue connector there. Now, blue connector there. And then, God, I love this, Isaac. I feel like I'm learning.
It's good stuff, right?
Here.
Yeah. That's the thing. I've got to let you do it on your own, you know?
So I click on channel 1, and I see the Redstone Furnace. So I create an insert and an insert for energy. So now these should just be, full on power even when they start doing bits. And then I need to connect these Xnet cables to the ender chest as well. Right, okay, so I need a couple more connectors. Luckily, they are extremely easy. I'll teach the system how to make that in a second as well. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. And that. Okay, so now I can do this. Boom. And this. Let's do it like this.
Okay, things are all importing downstairs, which is fantastic. Our resource production is back on track.
Fantastic.
Which you love to see.
Let's do that and that. Okay, so now if
the camera shows, man.
Yeah, God. I haven't heard them today, actually. Have I got my... Oh, now I just heard them. I think I just wasn't listening out for them.
Yeah, they're downstairs, man. They're a little far away from you, so you're not going to necessarily hear them.
So channel 2, Redstone Furnace, create, and I want it to extract pulverizer. I guess I also want it to extract. Okay, and then ender chest, I want it to insert.
Oh, items, I see, right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's cracked
so this should work. And then the only other thing I need to do... Oh, and then the import is connected to the ender chest. So this should, in theory, be set up now.
Yeah, you try to make sure that the pulverizer and redstone furnace, that the backs are set to outputs.
Ah, yes. Let me do
Otherwise
that with all of these fun things. Induction smelter as well. So, configuration, the back is this bit, isn't it? Orange. And now that the induction smelter's done as well, we can automate like those bits too if we stick crafters on them. God, I like this. I like that we could do this at this stage. I was wondering if Xnet would be one of the
late
progression
mods.
Yeah, one of the progression ones. So that's kind of nice.
Can you waterlog refined storage cabling? You totally can, and it totally works. Oh, I love it. Look at this, Nick. Come on, look at this.
What's up? Are you downstairs?
Look at this. No, I'm on the main floor. I'm just over here.
Hi.
Over here, look at this. I had to run a cable through the water next to the aqueous accumulator, but you can waterlog the cable and it just works.
Oh, that's nice. You can hide the floor there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
right.
good.
Look at that.
That's good. We're having to facade it.
You like the number of tree fluid extractors that we have going on here?
Yeah, this is good, Isaac. This is very good. This is above board. Yeah, this is what we need for like serious plastic production. Oh, looks like you've been configuring some storage drawers.
I have,
Isaac.
yeah. We've got some custom drawers, man.
This is nice in theme.
Yeah, right. Thanks,
yeah, looks
man.
good.
I appreciate the kind words there.
Looks good. Looks good. Now, get back to work.
So I'm going to teach the system how to make plastic.
You should be able to.
Yeah, no, I'm on it, man.
Oh, lovely. So, do we have any spare crafts going? I've got one on me. Are you all quest claimed and reward claimed as well, Isaac?
Oh gosh, hold on. Let me do an inventory dump real quick. My inventory is full of hot trash, Nick, and way too much of it. And then I'll take a quick peek.
Okay.
Sneaky peekaroo. I am now fully claimed, and I do have an extra. I got an ender chest as a reward.
Oh,
which is nice.
Of course you did. Of course, that's good actually for other things.
You might as well actually. Did you not get one for making the ender chest? Is that how
maybe
I got one?
did. Would you mind sticking it on top of this pulverizer and rotating it and the one above
no rotation required. Right? You ready? Bang. Look at that.
So do you click on like the upper side of the
yeah, from the bottom you just kind of like click
at the
top of the block.
That's the crack. Okay, got it.
And the top of these need to be set to input, by the way. For machines.
Yes, of course. Blue, blue, blue. All right, nice one. Okay, this is good. You're getting some serious automation just set up, man. I like it. I like it a lot. I can do that, and then they're all connected. So now, pulverization and induction related processing is available to automate.
Nice.
It's available to automate. So let me just first of all, let me just request like just a bloody load of patterns. Like I want 20. Oh, we need glass. Let me first automate glass.
Yeah. And then we need sand.
We actually need sand
to make glass. Yeah, it's one of the key components, unfortunately, of glass making.
How are we going to source it? Can we source it from downstairs?
It is a little saucy. Oh, I've made
double
saucy to
sauce.
Gosh, that's bad. Yeah, it's a little saucy. Speed upgrades. Do we have speed upgrades lying around that are free to good home?
Not in the system.
They're in these constructors over here, right?
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah.
Because our resource production is currently throttle-necked via the lack of speed upgrades.
Is this in importation?
Yeah,
Isaac?
exactly.
Right,
it's very important.
It is very important. Yeah.
There we go. And then maybe
not as much export and more important. A stack upgrade? Can we make one? Probably can.
Of course. Here we go.
Right. Let me just quickly whip up some.
Might even get another one as a quest reward there. Oh, you don't. Been scammed.
No.
Oh my! Oh boy!
You're right, Isaac.
Yeah. Come on downstairs, man. There's a slight. I can see why there's been a slight backlog of. If you come over here, there's been a slight cloggage of stuff.
My! Right. People are taking pictures of it, Isaac. Careful! Hide the jank from them.
That Civ's been working overtime, man. That auto sifter, the guy in there, he's been
bashing it, man.
He's been clocking in too many hours.
He's had practice, Isaac.
Yes.
Bloody guy. Okay, I want this. Right, I'm teaching you glass, all right? Glass. Okay. Of the horrible kind, the horrible textured kind. Teach. Yeah, now you know how to make glass. Yes, stupid thing.
I'm just thinking about how we could automate sand here, because we have drawers down here we have a drawer down here, I should say, for gravel, right? We could do with setting one up for sand as well, because we're going to need a constant supply of sand if we want to be able to permanently access it, right? Like if we want to be able to make like glass whenever we need it, we're going to need access to regular old sand. So I think I might. We don't have any wood. Oh, no, it's just not in plank form. Need to teach the system how to craft logs into planks.
I'm in it, Isaac. Here we go. Plank. So we'll do that. And we'll do that. Yeah. Boom. All right, Isaac. It knows. As of now.
It knows.
It knows. I've told it. I've given it a stern telling off. I'll teach it to make sticks as well, because that usually crops up quite often. Stick.
Yeah, sticks is probably good.
Boom. Shall I teach it from logs? Just directly from logs? Because we are we getting...
it might be worth it, yeah.
Yeah, are we still getting trees in?
We should be. I think they're not coming in actively, like they're not connected to the system, but I think there was a botany pot for it.
Sure. That's
somewhere.
That's okay then. That can be connected. Damn. I'm getting close to saturating even the iron crafter, Isaac, which might mean we need a gold crafter, but then you need neural processors.
That's what I was going to say, yeah. They're not too bad,
it's actually not that bad.
Yeah, it's very doable. And it's got so many more slots. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, you know what? I'll make one. I'll make a couple. It's just some... Yeah, God, this is fine. Oh, and I can use the sexy new technology of just control clicking.
Oh, so sexy.
Oh, I love it. All right, neural processor. Bloody neural ass AI processor. So if I type in neural, in fact, let's go all the way. I'm gonna teach how to smelt it too. Neural processor.
We could use a Stoneworks factory chat, but I don't think it's worth it. I think it's slower and uses more power. Like we already have sand and gravel being made, right?
Oh, the material Stoneworks factory.
That's the one. Yeah.
Isaac,
yeah.
I've heard of that one before.
He knows
know that one. Yeah, I've heard of that. It's an old foe of mine, Isaac.
Is it?
The material Stoneworks factory.
You two go way back.
Yeah, we've got a long, complicated history, Isaac. You know it. Ooh, okay. Teach how to make a crafting table. God, there's so many base-ass recipes.
Yeah.
Which is why I need to upgrade this crafter. So now we can go neural processor.
I said little... I said base crafts, but I like... What did I say? Little crafts, and you said base-ass crafts?
Yeah, base-ass crafts. These bloody base-ass crafts, man. Like, for God's sake.
Crafts.
Here we go. Gold crafter. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, let me teach you how to make...
okay, sand is coming in, Nick.
Lovely. Like
usable sand.
Usable, organic, fresh, free-range sand.
Maybe. Something like that.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Oh, crap. I do this quite often, actually. I always go into the patterns terminal and try and make something in it. I'm like, why is it not working? The game's broken. There we go.
There we go.
All right. Now it knows how to make chests, too.
Cool.
Right, gold crafter. If I break a crafter, will all of the bits inside it spew into my face?
Yes.
Okay, let me dump my inventory then before I do that.
But like we also do we not have a spare crafter?
We do. I could do a. Oh no, we don't know.
But you might just want to make a new one.
Yeah, I could do that. I'll teach it while I'm at it.
Just teach the system how to make crafters, and then also teach you how to make iron crafters, and then teach you how to make neural processors, Nick, and then just teach you how to...
Don't worry, neural processors is done.
Oh, nice. Yeah, just teach everything, Nick.
Yeah. I didn't make a neural processors manually. I gave crafters some lectures, and then I said, go at it, boy. And
nice.
It did it for me. Yeah. I don't know how it felt about it, though, Isaac. I might get might be in for a tribunal soon.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
So the tiny dry rubber is being made and is being imported directly into the system. So the system now knows how to make plastic. Like if you need the actual, the sheets, you can now just request it. Yeah, that's always nice.
Very good, very nice.
And so I think we might be able to start looking at those higher tier machine frames. One thing we'll definitely do in the next episode is we'll look at that chicken feed, Nick, because I think we're going to have to get, the cursed chicken feed that's says GM chicken feed cursed. Because
I remember the one.
Yeah, we need to get some cursed earth or some dreadful dirt. Sorry. It's like a knockoff, right? It's like you can't say cursed earth, you got to call it dreadful dirt.
Yeah. Be careful, you might get a lawsuit from the cursed earth or from the dreadful dirt creators for giving advertising to the wrong mod.
Yeah, so we let's get the next time we can come back, we can get some dreadful dirt, and then we can use that in conjunction with a mob slaughter factory. That mob slaughter factory is going to allow us to get pink slime and liquid meat, and that pink slime is going to allow us to make the machine frames that we need. Excellent.
Oh, it's been good. This app, man. We've really cracked through some bits. I feel like we've really made some good progress.
Yeah, we're getting there, man.
Here we go.
Slowly but surely.
Here we go. Right, gold crafter. Done. And what do I receive for doing that?
Gold
more
crafter?
crafters.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
nice.
just a base one, Isaac.
Basic ass crafters.
Yeah, it's...
you hate to see it.
I know. So here we go. I'm just going to put this on the other side.
So like this? Yes.
There we go. I'll rotate that in a second. Right, here we go.
And then, if you get a crafter manager, Nick, you can manage all the crafters from one location as well.
Oh, yes.
Which is perfect.
Can't wait, Isaac.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice. Oh, yeah, here we go. I'll rotate that up for you, man. Don't you worry.
Oh, thank you. I was just about to make myself a wrench.
There you go.
But there we go. That's done. So, I guess for
the only thing the gold crafter knows how to do is make gold crafters. I love it.
It's very meta, Isaac. Very meta.
Look at that simple machine frame, Nick. Made.
Oh, lovely.
But the next step does require the pink slime, so we are going to have to upgrade. It also, pardon me, it also requires netherite scrap. So
right.
It's one of those situations where we could probably do we want to automate netherite scrap? Like, we can automate netherite scrap. They patched out the loophole, Nick, of allowing you to double.
Oh, did they?
With the arc furnace.
They did. Of course they did.
It's no longer doable. You can't make the ancient debris anymore. But we can, if we automate the production of netherrack, which is just lava and redstone, and then we automate the crushing of netherrack, which is just, you put the netherrack in lava again, right? To quote unquote crush it, I think was the...
Do. Yes.
So we can just go redstone into lava to make netherrack, and then netherrack into lava again to make crushed netherrack, and then we can auto sieve that with the netherite mesh, and we'll start getting hopefully some netherite scraps. At which point, because we're going to need netherite scraps for every advanced machine frame that we make, it's also going to allow us to upgrade like the crafters to to the netherite tier, and there are also just higher tier things that we need that are going to require netherite going forward. So we need quite a bit of it, I think. So I think it's probably going to be worth automating. Lava, of course, we have an infinite amount of. Redstone, we've got 2,000 of it, and we are making it passively. Whether or not, well, now we are because we're sifting again. Whether or not we're making it fast enough is going to be TBD.
Yeah, found out. Yeah, okay.
But
we'll
I think
see.
Possibly. So are you done, good. Nick? Have you cracked whatever it is you were working on?
Gold crafter is down, Isaac, and it knows how to make itself. So yeah, so I'm just going to be. I think what I'm going to do is just gonna spend some time just getting the automation levels right up, Isaac. But yes, we have a lovely golden boy over here.
We do have our golden boy.
Yes, very good. Weirdly, type in Diamond Crafter and try and see the recipe, Isaac. I think gold might be our limit here.
Yeah, no, so I think that's not a pack limitation. That's a Nick and Isaac GOC Patreon server limitation.
Right.
One of my moderators has limited it. You may remember that our Ocean Block Patreon server imploded in on itself.
It did. It was that why.
Well, there's just some refined storage jankiness that goes on. And so yes, for us right now, gold is the highest tier, but I think gold should be
I'm sure it'll be good. Yeah. We can always create more. It's automated now, so that's I'm
sure we can make that happen.
Beautiful.
And yeah, we can request as many gold crafters as we like. So yeah, next time we'll come back, we'll look at getting those advanced machine frames and supreme machine frames. The supreme machine frame is going to require a wither and some ether gas, but I'm sure we can figure that out.
Yeah.
Elastic, though, unfortunately, we're out of time for this episode of Stone Technology.